Hi everybody, Ollie here, aka Secret Nimbus here, with another episode of Test Pack Please Ignore 2. So at the end of my last episode, I had been working on my big turbine, so if we have a quick look at that, it is now up at full speed. My boilers are still heating up, they're approaching 600, so we're about 2/3 of the way there to getting these up to full efficiency, which is quite nice. This one's now full of steam. If you actually take a quick look at the big turbine running, it is at full speed now, so we're actually at 1,800 RPM, and now it's producing about 6,500 redstone flux per tick, so pretty good in all. I will make this bigger at some point, and possibly even just make a bigger one. But yeah, one of the reasons why I only made it this kind of size in the first place was the amount of kind of steel that it required, or refined iron, depending on which source you make it from. So I thought, as a little exercise today, I may try and automate my production of steel. So the way I'm going to do that is by using, if we get rid of this hopper here, there we go. I'm going to be using my metallurgical infusers from, what's the word I'm looking for? Brain's totally gone fuzzy. Metallurgical infusers from Mechanism and my AA system to hopefully try and automate my production of them. Now, first of all, I want to get rid of that piece of wood, and we're going to need a few things to get going. So, first of all, I'm going to need some energy conduit. There we go. Let me put some stuff away because things are everywhere. So, it always helps them actually on the ME system before trying to put things back in there. Right, so bonus piece of energy conduit down there first. Oops, I just remembered that I still have the IRC on, so I'm just going to disconnect you for a second. Sorry everybody, if you're online right now. I'm just going to go silent. So let me put that away. Right, next I'm going to need an energized smelter, because I want to have a separate one just for smelting steel. So let's make a steel casing, followed by, there we go, one energized smelter. So let me go and drop you down. There we go. No, that's not where I want it. What am I doing? Let me grab the Eater wrench. What I was going to do was... oh, it does wrench up. So what I want to do is move all of these down one. There we go. Come on. There we go. Grand. So yeah, the energized smelter I want there. And then metallurgical infusers I want there, there, and there. Now, have I got these the right way around, or are these emptied out now? No, these have not emptied out now. Excellent. So they're the right way round. So this is going to be my redstone one. These are my two carbon ones. And then this is my energized smelter. Fantastic. Right. So next I need to start getting some ME stuff. So I'm going to need some ME cabling. And then I'm going to need a couple of export buses, import buses, and some conduit facades will be another thing. So I'm going to want to take out all of this and turn it into conduit facades. There we go. Hopefully I'm going to have enough channels to do this. Otherwise I'm going to have to kind of relay the entire thing with dense conduit. But I think it should be alright. We'll find out in a minute. So let's get going with the whole conduit stuff. So we're going to need a ME export buses. So I'm going to at least a few of these. So what we're going to need for these, some formation cores. Let's head over to the ME construction. What have we got here? Oh, lots of delicious stuff. These are all crafting up. I've got something going. Apparently I'm missing silicon. Why am I missing silicon? There we go. Put some extra silicon in. Right, so formation cores. They require logic processors, fluix dust, and crystals. So I should have stuff... Oops, the daisy went one too far there. There we go. Should have fluix dust right here. There we go. Perfect. Head over to the ME construction. We'll grab some logic processors. At some point, so over the next couple of episodes, I'm thinking of just starting to automate my entire base with... Why is that out of RF again? That is really weird. It keeps doing this where, for some reason, every time I kind of come in and out, it... I think I log in and log out, and for some reason it then just loses all its RF, which is really bizarre. Look, it's working fine now. Now got RF in it, so oops, daisy. Don't mean to do that. I'm just trying to, because this is how I automate my Certus charge Certus quartz production, but for some reason it just keeps losing RF. I don't understand why, but hey ho. Right, where were we? So Formation core was, yeah, so we need Certus quartz. So I'm going to need, I think, 3 export buses. Yeah, 3 export buses will be fine. So 1, 2, 3. Oops, daisy. Ah, hate when it does that. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. That's not right. Oh no, I only need this twice actually, don't I? Because I only need a couple of formation cores. Already have one there as well. Whoops, a daisy. Let's head over to the hub, and we're going to need to make. That's not right. I want the formation cores in there. 1, 2, and 3 ME export buses. I've just put them away by accident. I can hear an Enderman around here somewhere, and it's rather concerning. But hey ho. Right, we also need some ME cable, which I don't have here. So let's try in here. So we need ME conduit, and we're also going to need some ME glass. We also need just some Fluix cable as well. Because of the way this works, you can only have the ME conduit going so far. Right. So in terms of what we need here, just trying to think now. This is going to need to. So actually, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to remove this if it will let me wrench it up. There we go. I might move that over 1 or even put it somewhere else. Let me grab that back for now. Because what I'm going to need to do is, so what we're going to need is that this particular metallurgical infuser is going to need 2 import buses because it needs to import charcoal and or coal even as a source of carbon, and it's also going to need to import iron. So, but whereas this one only needs to have coal importing, so I can have that coming in just from the top. So let me connect these up. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, that's fine. And then what I can then do is just run ME conduits along here. So that's connected. Oh, that should all be connected, I think, now. So if we have a look at the number of channels. So yeah, we're using 4 of 8 channels, so we're not going over our channel limit quite yet. Just double check here. Sorry, we're using 5 of 8 channels right now, so we've just got to be careful. So that's all in place. So what I should then be able to do is I need to go grab some charcoal and some iron. Some coal and some iron even. Coal and iron. There we go. So I want you to do coal, and you to do coal, and you to do iron. But I'm also going to need some. Right, I'm going to need to disable that for a second. Actually, never mind. Because what I'm going to need to do next is grab myself is it an ME? What's it called? Crap, my brain's totally gone. What was it called? My brain's gone fuzzy. I used to use these all the time. Level emitters, that's what I'm looking for. I need a level emitter. Right, okay, so let's head back over to here. So what we're going to need is to grab some pure Certus quartz, wherever I've made that. Do I have any pure Certus quartz? I can't see any, which is not particularly encouraging. Do I have any processors? No, I do not. Right, I know what I'm going to need. I know what I need. So if we go to the hub, I was in the middle of something. That should have been grinding up Certus quartz dust. Why is there only a certain amount of Certus quartz dust? Let me put half a stack in because I need some more of this pure Certus quartz dust. Because we need to combine that with some sand. There we go. I think I needed a whole stack. I think I was doing a whole stack actually. So let me just put it all in. So is that actually grinding it up now? Yes, it is. I'm also going to need to get a, what are they called? Capacitor. There we go, double layer capacitor. Let's make sure we're speeding that up so it goes faster. There we go. Awesome. I will upgrade all of my Ender IO machines with the next level of capacitor at some point, but yeah, I'll get around to that eventually. So where's that going? That should be going into the chest, but it's not. Why are you not? And where are you going? Am I accidentally putting it in here? Interesting. I can't actually see where the hell it's supposed to be going. It's supposed to be going into here, but it's not. Okay, now I'm a little bit worried. Let me have a quick look. So Certus quartz dust. There we are. So put it through the sag mill. So I'm supposed to put Certus quartz crystal supposed to make one. Oh, it's only got a 10% chance in there. Right, that's a huge mistake. I did not realise that. Shouldn't put Certus quartz into the sag mill. That is a bad thing, apparently. Did not realise that. Let's try this again. So we'll grab some Certus quartz crystals. Or do we need charged Certus quartz to make pure Certus? Let me go to pure Certus quartz. So how do I get that again? I'm trying to think now. My brain's gone totally fuzzy. So pure, yeah, pure. No, that's pure nether quartz. I need pure Certus quartz. So drop a quartz seed. So shows how long I've done this. So Certus quartz seed. So we get that from just plain old Certus quartz dust. But apparently we need to do it in the pulverizer. Oh, God's sake! Why does it always do that? In the pulverizer. There we go. So that should now be 100%. Yeah. Why the hell is that? Like, why in the sag mill does it not do that? That is really weird. Like the what's the word I'm looking for? Fluix dust is fine, but apparently pure Certus quartz isn't. So very bizarre. So now need some sand, so we can actually combine you. So we get 32 seeds. Excellent. That should be loads. We need to put it in there and make sure this is switched on. So that is now activating our crystal growth accelerator. You can see our seeds are in there and they'll be automatically sucked back into here once they are ready. I'm sure I had some pure Certus quartz somewhere, but just double check. No, got none of it, so I need to wait for that to actually to go through. Okay, where were we? So I needed to make a level emitter. Yeah, level emitter. So we'll be waiting on that. So yeah, we need a level emitter. So we need a calculation processor, which we get from pure Certus quartz. Right. Shouldn't take too long with four crystal growth accelerators all working in tandem. So yeah, we'll get back to that in a second. What else are we going to need? So yeah, so we now need to configure this correctly. So go to the side config. So infuse. Yep, that's correct. So infuse on top, input dark red. That's fine. Output dark blue. We then want input dark red, which is exactly what we want. Infuse on, wow, it's automatically configured almost perfectly, but there we go. So side config, we need input on the right, output on the top, okay, which is that's doing automatically. Cool. So we also need to make an import bus, so we can do that. Import bus. ME import bus, so yeah, we need an annihilation core. Okay, let's do that. So we need a piece of nether quartz. Oops a daisy. Why did I pick up an entire stack? I did not mean to do that. So it's nether quartz, logic processor, fluix dust, or are those two the other way around? There we go. Annihilation core. Go to the hub. Nope, I wanted the hub. I'm going to have to move that so it's like less fiddly to do so. Let me do that now. No, that's not what I wanted you to do. I wanted you to go into my hand. Come on. There we go, game. I want the hub right here. God's sake. Is that still named? Nope, it is not. So we just name it now. There we go. Let's try this now. So, perfect. There we go. We also need some wood. Just some redwood planks. That's not what I wanted either. Oh, God's sake. I hate when that happens. I was on the Tinker's Construct pickaxe and it was putting down torches for me. Right. Where's the format? Where's the annihilation cores? There we go. So we want ME import bus. Can I make that? Nope, because we need some sticky pistons. That'll be fine. One ME import bus. Grand. Okay, so that needs to go on top there. We need a piece of cable. Perfect. Saying that, I don't even need all this running along the bottom, do I? Let me try and do this a little bit better. So I'm going to wrench this up for a second. We wrench all of you up. So what I could do, in theory, is actually have the import bus on the front. Wherever that's gone. There we go. Like so, and then just have the cable coming down that way, and then I can still then fit in my final one right about there. Okay, that works out pretty well actually. So let me also replace this. So it was like so, wasn't it? Yeah, I still need to get some a facade for there. I think I've already made some, but I need to go and find them from somewhere. Right, so that is now done. We also need to make sure that the import is on the front, so the iron will go in there. How are we doing for channels? 6 of 8. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We've still got 2 left, so we're still good at the moment. Might need to, like I said, might at some point need to relay it with dense conduits at some point, but I'll figure that out when the time comes. Right, where were we? So we want to see if our pure certus quartz is ready, which it now is. So we can hopefully now make our level emitter, which we need to go here first. Right, let me put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that should automatically make 5. What are they called? 5 logic processors. So as you can see, it's all doing it automatically, which is quite nice. I also need to level emitter all of this as well, which I'll get around to at some point. It'll work very, very smoothly. So I think I might spend the next few episodes starting to automate my base with AE, to actually kind of do a lot more with it. So start to automate things with level emitters and stuff like that, lay down more conduit, get things nicely automated, have more crafting terminals elsewhere, all sorts of fun stuff. Right, so we need, what was it? Level emitter. Right, so if we grab the level emitter, whoops-a-daisy. So first of all, we need a redstone torch. There we go. Clear U, calculation processor, level emitter. Right, okay, so head back over to all processing. I think, where do we need to put this down? Here? Ah, no, that's not right. So let me grab you up and you. Oops-a-daisy. Let's go in walkies. Okay, so we need some more. Can I do this with ME conduit? Let me see if can I match these up with just with ME conduit. I can. Excellent. Cool. Look at that. Save some flux cable that way. Right. We also need some more ME conduit then. So let me bring you out there. Put the level emitter facing you. That's not right. So that won't work. So let me wrench you up. So we need the glass cable like so. A level emitter in there. Can I flip you round? Nope, that's not right. So how am I supposed to do this? So I want the level emitter pointing at that ME import bus. So the level emitter, item type, yeah, item. Oops-a-daisy. So I'm still trying to figure out how to do all these things, because they're all a bit different from what I remember before. Oops-a-daisy. Let me put the ME conduit. That's not right. So the glass cable needs to go there. You need to go there. How are we doing for channels? Still got 5. What am I missing? Is that because I've used the cable there instead? It's actually then made it into almost like a weird sub-network? I don't know. Oh no, it has gone back up to 6. That's okay then. Let me go and make some more glass cable. Oh, hang on. Let me try and figure this out. So put the glass cable down there. Nope, that's not right. Always helps if that doesn't kind of freak out. What about there? Nope, that's not right. Now our ether wrench has gone missing. God's sake. So if I put you down, say there? No? So how do I place this down, this level emitter? I'm a little bit confused now. I'm trying to place it down on that, but it keeps like poking it at that instead, which is not what I want. Interesting. No. Device missing channel. Device online. Okay. Let me have a quick read of this. I want to check how the new level emitter works. So I'm just going to have a quick read of like the AE wiki, and then I'll figure out how to use this. So I'll be back in a second. Okay guys, so I think I realised what the problem is, and I think what I need to do is actually give my import bus a redstone card. So we're going to try and make one of them now. So let me grab the calculation processors. There we go. Let's drop you in there. So we need a redstone card. So can we make that? Nope, because I need to make the basic card first. Then we need to make a redstone torch. Can I make a stack? No, I can make 47 though. That'd be fine. And then we make a redstone card. There we go. Let's see if I can get this to work. Let's not throw away my level emitter. That would be dumb of me. Right, can we now put a redstone card in there? Right, okay. So I want that. So I need to get that right way around in a second. So what we need now is a level emitter. Can I actually get that pointing at it now? Let me try and fiddle around my ether wrench. So if I... What's going on there? What have I done? I've done something. Right, you go there. We want glass cable, and then I think I want... Why isn't that still not pointing at it? Nope, that's not what I want it to do. Come on, game. Stop doing this to me. So I still can't figure out a way of pointing it at that, which is really weird. Why can I not get this to do this? It should be really easy, but I can't seem to figure it out. So it's literally every single time it puts it on top of the puts it like on top. Oh, come on! I want the level limit. Jesus Christ! What is going on with this thing? This is way more complicated than it needs to be. The level limiters used to be straightforward, and now they don't seem to be, which is kind of bizarre. So maybe I need to do it on the actual machine itself. So can I do like So that's not what I wanted to do. Transport config, nope. Upgrades, no, that's not going to work either. Okay, I thought this might work, but apparently not. So let me have a quick look at that. So if I put down, say for example, the ME export bus like there, can I have the level limiter pointing at it anywhere? No. So can I put it down like there? Nope. Come on, why does it always pick up the cable and not the level emitter first? Right, that would be pointing at it, I think. So I think I need to put down the level emitter first before putting down the cable. So if we put down the cable, then the level emitter, then we put you down, then we put you down, then we put you down. Hopefully this should now work. Right, and then we put in a redstone card. We still need to connect this up. So let me connect it up. How many channels are we using? 6? Still? 6 channels? No, 7 channels. I thought as much. Right, so that should now be... Right, so what we need is some refined iron. So let me grab some refined iron. There we go. So if we plonk this into the level emitter, so we want it to emit when levels are above or equal to the limit. So say for example we want it to maintain 300 refined iron in the system. So it will emit a redstone signal whenever that is above 300. Okay, so that is now not doing it because we only have 600 in the system. Okay, cool. So and then I want that active without signal, I think. Yeah, active without signal. So that will emit a signal when it's over 300. I want that active without a signal. And then we then need to put iron in there, coal in there, excellent, and coal in there, perfect. So that should all now be working. So that is going to start then hopefully producing, fingers crossed, that should then start only put iron into there without, when there's over 300. Right, I have no way to test this of course until it's actually done. But it is going to start increasing the amount of steel or refined iron in the system. Okay, I think I've done it. So yeah, so lesson to be learned. It turns out that you need to actually have the put down the level emitter first, and then put down that second, I think. So let me just try this. So if I go over here and actually grab, say for example, a redstone torch, head back over to here. If I were to plonk this down, say here. Would that disable? So if that's not putting any more in, that's worked. So that's not putting any more in, and if we break that, it is now putting them back in, okay. So if we switch that the other way around, we'll see if this works. Yep, it's not putting any more in. Okay, so we know that works. Excellent. So that does now seem to be working. That was one way to test it. So test it with a redstone signal. That does seem to be working. So when that's on, that goes off. It won't put any more iron in there, so it'll only produce X amount of iron. It won't go over, which is cool. So we know we've got that working. Excellent. So I've managed to do my first like little complicated ME system, which, well, kind of a little bit of not really auto crafting, but kind of automation, I suppose. So it's now the amount of steel that I've got in my system will now be automated by ME. Perfect. Whew, that was stressful. I now need to do similar things with such as getting these to produce a certain amount of like, what are they called? Circuits, I think. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, like basic control circuits. And so we need to like then what I also need to do at some point is set up a little system for controlling the amount of like advanced and basic control circuits in the system as well. So So I think what I'm going to need to do at some point is actually run advanced ME conduit down here. So possibly like all the way to wherever these come out. Don't say ME conduit even, sorry. Because I'm going to have a lot more channels in this little area at some point. So I want to do that eventually. But that all seems to be working now, which is cool. So that's just going to produce refined iron on its own. In the next episode, what I want to do is actually start working on some auto crafting. So it's changed a little bit from AE1, sorry. So now it requires certain things. It requires, if we go to crafting, so we're going to need some of these crafting CPUs to actually do the crafting for us. We also need an assembly chamber. So one of these kind of little molecular assemblers. So you can build like loads and loads of these to do certain molecular assembles, which sounds really complicated. It basically crafts certain things. Also, I've gotten rid of all my Stirling engines, basically because I didn't actually need them anymore. Altogether, they're only producing about 1,000 redstone flux per tick, whereas all the charcoal I was using in them is now being fed into these steam boilers, and you know that's producing 6,500 redstone flux per tick, so 6 times the amount of. Are you still heating up? Yeah, they're heating up just very, very slowly. Once I get to 1,000, hopefully I won't need anywhere near as much charcoal, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so these Stirling generators have basically gone from producing. So the charcoal that all of this is producing has gone from producing 1,000 redstone flux per tick to 6,500. So I'm using it a lot more efficiently. I possibly need to add on like another one of these basic smelting factories to make even more charcoal, but I'm waiting to see if getting these up to 1,000 degrees C requires that or not. So I'm waiting and seeing on that. So yeah, next episode we'll be moving on to auto crafting, and then possibly also then looking at automating other things such as keeping a certain amount of like logic processors and stuff in the system, and also starting to look at keeping a certain amount of like pure stuff in the system as well. So we'll keep playing around with that. And yeah, I just fancy getting into some more advanced like AE2 stuff, just getting my base a little bit more automated, a little bit more running smoothly. So as always guys, don't forget to comment and like if you've enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.